I'm gonna triple check this time. Make sure that we're live.
Auto stop. Stop streaming. Start recording. If you want to record.
All right.
It looks like we're live.
Looks like we're live now.
Oh, we're live, baby. We're up.
I'm verifying right now. We are live.
People are gonna roast me with my grunt style T-shirt that I got on.
Nah. All right, buddy.
My buddy who's in the army, he saw me wearing this shirt and he goes, "Why are you wearing that?" And I had no clue that it was a thing. And I go, "I don't know. A friend bought it for me just because of the front of it." And he goes, "Yeah, don't wear that." Only douchebags wear that.
Oh God, we're live right now. All right, everybody. Let's see. Why is this coming up? Let me close a few things out there. Hello, Petra. All right, get this closed out. So decided to come on a little early today. Let me get a microphone somewhere. Yeah, so we decided to come on a little early today. Go live during business hours. That way, if anybody comes in, they're more than welcome to chit chat with us and everything. And lo and behold, who do I have here? D&P Property Management, D&B.
D&B Property Maintenance,
Property
baby.
Management. So Blake is here. Today I want to go over a few things. Petra, me and you will talk later from the email and everything. But yeah, that's I'm waiting for the guy to respond back to me. He must be asleep right now. But we'll talk later. If you notice in the background, the wooden crates, we just got our shipment in of the pressure washers for the burners, the portable ones that I sell. That's 4,000 PSI at 4 gallons per minute. If anybody's looking for any, what's up, Jerry from Slavin Group? I just put the baby to bed, Jerry. On the T on the bottom of the pump that had that little blue hose with a little slip connection, the 1-inch to 1/4-inch reducer was actually cracked. So I put a new one on there, no leaks. We're good to go now. So the RO system is thumbs up. Just what I was talking about right now with everybody. The RO trailer, I built a new bracket to go on the outside of the tank. I think Kaylin may have already posted it, I don't know yet. But the bracket is to keep the tank from swelling out and getting pregnant. So when I first built it, you know, when you're building stuff and it's one-off stuff, sometimes you don't think it all the way through. I thought those tanks would not swell out, but when we filled them to the top, they wanted to swell out and get pregnant. So I built a frame to go over the tank so they don't do that. So no more pregnant tanks. I did a birth control on them. So today I want to talk about, and I was thinking about this yesterday, and the last podcast that we have, I talked about leaving money on the table. So Blake's here, and I can actually go over some of this with Blake as well. So you can tell me, Blake, when I go out to a job site, or if I'm going out to dinner, or if I'm going somewhere, I'm always looking and seeing what needs to be cleaned.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, when we go out to jobs and we get, hired to come and clean the sidewalk or the driveway. Well, when you're doing that, you're looking, you say, look, you got spider webs all over your house. You got spider webs on your lights. You got algae on your roof. You got black streaks down the side of your stucco. There's always stuff that you can point out and say, look, if you're ever interested and you want me to come back and clean this, I'll be more than welcome to come and do it. And just throw a price at them. And then 9 times out of 10, they'll say, well, you're already here. Go ahead and do it. Right?
Well, yeah. And I'm curious of what you think about this, because this is something that we've often done, is since we're already there, we go, well, we could, usually if you call us back out to do it, this would be the price, but since we're already here,
we'll give you a discount.
We'll give you the discount right here, because the extra money is just for me to get me or my employees or somebody else out here to cover that charge. But hey, since I'm already here, I'll knock $50 off, $100 off, 200, depends on the job. We'll just get it done right here. It's an easy upcharge right there.
So the reason I wanted to jump on this and do an early podcast, because Blake's here and he's in the pressure washing business, and he also works with AM Pressure Washing and helps us with jobs. So we're a family, we're a team. Remember, together everyone achieves more. That's what team stands for. So This is a hot topic that I've been noticing here lately about people leaving money on the table. And this is why I wanted to do this podcast. And that way you got somebody besides me, and I'm being biased. That way Blake's being biased, and he can talk to you about it and give you his input as well.
Well, I'm seeing Petra right here saying the easy stuff right there, the gutters, the windows, everything. One of the things that actually came across our, area that we were like, oh, you know what, we could definitely do that. And I wonder if you've ever done this, is doing like the concrete crack filler.
Yeah.
And just having some of that on you with the...
It's called the self-leveler. You get the big tubes of it.
Yeah, you just get the tube. Yeah, you just get the tubes.
You just go down through there and squirt it, and it self-levels. Mm-hmm. So, like people that's got pets in the backyard, all the hair, all the sand or dirt, all that stuff gets in there, and when you're cleaning it out, it splatters and goes everywhere. Mm-hmm. And so these are the little things that you can say, like, look, you see what a nuisance this is? Let me clean it out and let it dry, and then I'll come back tomorrow and I'll squirt the self-leveler in there, and then that way we won't have this problem no more. Mm-hmm. And it matches your concrete. You get the grade. And
if you want to go above and beyond, you just put a little Fabuloso, spray it out there right after, and then you're like, oh, hey, all that pea smell that was there? Well, there it's gone.
The other thing that I do is I use my foam cannon. Mm-hmm. So you pour straight pine sol in your foam cannon, and when you spray it, it turns white. It fogs it.
Yeah.
It foams it. And it literally dries into the concrete. I do this when I clean dumpsters. When we steam clean the dumpster, especially if they got grease traps in there, rats and roaches love grease traps. I've gone in there and seen gophers before. I mean, monster rats coming out of them damn grease traps. So when we steam clean all that, we'll do a degreaser, and I've actually even had to use petroleum to get some of the grease up because it was so thick on it. We use shovels to get it up. Then if you put a little bit of petroleum down, a little bit of gas or whatever, and let it melt into it, spray the degreaser, steam clean it, but always vacuum it up.
You gotta vacuum it up.
You gotta reclaim it. But if you do that, the petroleum helps break down the grease. So there's many ways to skin a rabbit, but that's some of the things that we do. But leaving money on the table, always when you go out there, if you've got the setup, it's like, now that I've got customers that are coming back that are like solar panel cleaners. Now they're coming back and buying one of these pressure washers back here, and they're starting to get into concrete cleaning. So now that they're starting to see there's more stuff to do besides just window cleaning or solar panel cleaning. You can also do concrete cleaning. You can clean roofs. You can get the algae off.
A new follower has joined the kingdom.
Ways to make money when you're on that job site. And the more stuff that you do, as far as your company flyer. Here's my company flyer. All this stuff right here lists for residential, commercial.
A new follower has joined the kingdom.
We put these flyers out to everybody. That way, the customer knows all the things that you can do. You're not limited just to one job. When you're more well-rounded, guess what you get?
A new follower has joined the kingdom.
Those customers say, "Oh my God, call D&B Property Maintenance. They do everything." They're unlimited of the work they'll do. If you ask them, if they haven't done it, they'll probably do it for you. Same thing with AM pressure washing.
A new follower has joined the kingdom.
Well, you know what else we started to do, and some of the customers actually take advantage of it. Some of them don't. It's more the property management companies that do it. A lot of it would be quote unquote commercial work. But what we do is we have our guys kind of let us know any after action stuff. So if they're just out pressure washing, they know to look for, oh, hey, is there graffiti on the concrete, graffiti on the windows? Is there a couch that's in the dumpster enclosure? Is there this? Is there that? And so we literally put it in a report after and send it to the customer and say, hey, pressure washing's done, but also we noticed boom, 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 boom. Mm-hmm. So they have the option to call us back, because a lot of these property management companies, they don't walk the job site. They don't walk it. They don't know. All they're going off of is photos. Yeah. And so you can literally just tell them and feed other stuff, and they'll go, oh, thank you so much for telling me how much to go do that.
A new follower has joined the kingdom.
Kelly and Kelly, they rely on me all the time. When I go out to a job site, they may send me out to repair a hinge on a dumpster, trash enclosure door. So I'll take my portable welder out there and I'll re-weld it up and get it all back leveled and dialed in. And while I'm there, I just start looking around. You know, and that's what I'm talking about, leaving money on the table. Always look around. You're in the business. You're in the business of cleaning. You're technically a janitorial.
A
You're
new
doing pressure
follower
washing,
has
you're doing
joined the
window cleaning,
kingdom.
You're doing solar panel cleaning, your grease spills, algae, whatever. So always look and see if there's other stuff there. Not meaning that you may get it that day to clean, but you can send it in an email and say, oh yeah, by the way, while I was out on your job site, these are the other things I've seen, and I also attach pictures so you can use it for your reference. Sure enough, they'll give you a call and say, well, look, you know, we've already got it in the budget. Go ahead and go out there and clean it. Or they'll put it in their budget, you know, at their next board meeting, and then they'll send you back out and clean it. That's how you know leave money on the table. Always go out there and look and go above and beyond. Petra said, change a light bulb. Hell, I've done that a bunch of times. Out at the pools, when you're going through HOA, like townhomes or whatever, if you see a light out, just take a picture of it. Let them know. Say, look, you know, I can replace these bulbs. And we keep a lot of stuff, you know, in hand. That way we have it with us. Go change a bulb out. Easy. Do your little extendable ladder, put it up on the pole, extend up, make sure you tie it in, take the globe off, put a new bulb on, put the globe back on, clean the globe while you're doing it. Clean the globe, put the globe back on, and let them know that you cleaned it while you were there.
The awning cleaning is a good one. A lot of clients want those done, and they just always forget when you're out there, and then they try to call you back to just clean the awnings, and then you're like, I can't just go out just to clean your awnings. That's wild. But it's an easy thing just to say, oh, hey, while I'm out here, there's the awnings there. Do you want those done?
Ordy has a question. Says, how much planning do you have to take when using soaps and other chemicals so you don't get fined by some environmental agency?
Do it at night. No, I'm just kidding.
I was like, oh, I'll say that.
I'm kidding.
No, the planning is reclaiming the water.
Yeah.
So the only time that I use chemicals, I don't do soft wash. And me and Blake were just talking about this a while ago. So soft wash is HS and bleach. And if anybody don't know what HS is the same thing as peroxide. So back east, and I have talked about this so many times, back east, you had somebody that started doing this with bleach and HS or peroxide, and they started spraying it on vinyl siding homes. Back east, you have a lot of vinyl siding homes. You have mobile homes that have the vinyl siding on there, and it works great for them. But in California, we have tree huggers here. And tree huggers and environmentalists, they will find you in a heartbeat. So if you get caught running any chemical down a storm drain in a neighborhood or on a city street, it's a $10,000 fine to you and a $10,000 fine to the property owner. So if you have a customer that has a residential, has a home, and you're letting that water run down that storm drain and you're not reclaiming that water, get prepared, because if code enforcement is driving around all the time and you never know it until they're already up on you. They pull up on me all the time. They'll see me with my vacuum down. They'll see that I'm doing everything. I'll wave to them. They'll wave to me, and they keep pushing. So you got to make sure you're doing everything right. I don't do soft wash. I use hot water. And I was just telling Blake, like down in Oceanside, we have multi-million-dollar homes that have the little black algae and the green algae on them because you got a lot of moisture down there. We use hot water. I use hot water to kill it. When the hot water, if it splatters or if it goes off the roof and not damaging the vegetation, plants, grass, patio furniture. And then when we come down, we finish doing our cleaning down below. Because when you're cleaning algae off a roof, it splatters, it goes everywhere. So I forewarn everybody that we'll clean the adjoining neighbor, we'll clean your fence, because you got fences in between the homes. We clean all that up after we get done doing the roofs, all of your house, your windows, concrete, everything. Because when we do an algae roof clean, we do it from top to bottom. We do everything. And so that's what I explain to the customer. It's not just come get the algae off your roof. We're cleaning everything. We're going to make sure we clean all your window tracks, take the screens off, wash your screens with deionized water and soap. We're going to make sure everything's dialed in. That way you're ready for the summer and you're good to go.
Well, and also, too, if I'm going to be honest, if we're going to stay on the theme of leaving money on the table, if you're already talking to the neighbor, and if the house that you're cleaning has algae on the roof or algae that you're cleaning, most likely their neighbor does too.
Yep.
And so it's an easy in instead, like, because a lot of people, they're not comfortable with door knocking.
Yeah.
So you can simply go up to the neighbor and say, hey, out of courtesy, I'm here cleaning your neighbor's home. Most likely, there's going to be overspray. I would like to clean the side of your home or the area that I affect. And then they go, oh, and it opens the conversation up to where they go, well, how much are you doing that for?
Right.
Oh,
Pass it on. So first thing I ask, whenever I get the job, like we got to do one down in San Clemente, is I ask the homeowner, are you close with your neighbor? Are you good friends with your neighbor? Do you communicate with them? They say, yeah. Well, I'm going to say, look, I'm going to leave you a business card in case they're not home. But before I leave, I go knock on the door and see if they're there. And if they're not, I'll slip a business card in their door. Mm-hmm. And then that neighbor has a business card and they can communicate.
Oh, you know what? Another good conversation starter I heard, it was from a buddy who did solar, is he would, again, this is for people who are not comfortable just going up door to door to residential, is he would have the truck parked out in front of the client's home, or it would be somewhere across the street or something like that. And he would go and knock on all the neighbors' doors and say, hey, by the way, we're doing some work on your neighbor's house over there, and my guys are going to be in and out of here all day. So if they park the truck in front of your house or something like that and you need the truck moved, here's my card. Just call me directly and I'll get it moved immediately for you.
That's why you got a card in there.
And so it's like the easiest in to get somebody to start a conversation I've ever heard.
So firsthand, Blake is biased. He's sitting there giving you guys information. So that's why I wanted to do this podcast right now. Remember a couple of weeks ago when I said, if I ain't got nothing good to say, I ain't going to say nothing at all? Well, we got something good to say. We want to give you guys some free information. And remember, it's free. So we want to give you this information because as of last week, everybody's getting busy again. All of my DI tanks, I sold all of them last week. So what happened is people are starting to come and exchange their tanks out. They're getting busy, and now that the rain is breaking, people are starting to get you to come back out and clean and everything now. So that's why I want to do this, guys. I want to talk about leaving money on the table. So now that you're getting back out there, the weather's breaking, and now comes all the work, and in a few more months, you're going to be dealing with the heat. So get out there and get that money. Don't leave money on the table. When you're out there cleaning, if you're doing solar panels, look and see if they got bird issues. Let them know during the summer you're going to clean their panels, and you're going to get the bird nest and everything out from underneath them. But in the wintertime, when the birds migrate, you want to come back in the wintertime during your slow time and do the bird proofing and give them a price and say, let them know, say, look, you got 6 months to figure this out. Save your money. Here's my rate. We'll come back and do the bird baitment and get all of the bird proofing put on during the, November, December, January. And then come the next summer when they migrate back in, you won't have to worry about the birds again.
Have you gone over the swallow thing that's down here? The big old landmine to not
you can't touch,
go over?
You can't touch swallows when they're in season.
Yeah. So what's the time frame on that again?
God, look it up.
I think it's like October to...
It's like September, October is when I go to Escondido.
Yeah.
Down in Escondido, you got a lot of problems with swallows. I got a 3-story townhome, and dude, I use my zero tip to wet them, but they explode. And so be forewarned, whenever you're cleaning a swallow nest down, you're going to get mud and bird poop and feathers and everything all over you. I don't care if you're in an angle and you're cleaning them, they still explode.
Well, the landmine on it is, I heard that if you, and this was something that I remember a client asked us if we could clean them, and then we asked around, and then they said, hey, really be careful, because if you clean them in season on accident, even if you don't know, what's the fine is huge.
Yes, it's
huge. I think just off the cuff, I think it was somewhere around like 20 G's.
Wow.
Something like that. And I went, are you kidding me? Just somebody who doesn't even know, never even heard of this, can just get fined an amount like that? And I went, oh, now we're in the reclaim territory of the no-no. I had no clue. And that's something that a lot of people do not know about. That is a problem. You cannot be cleaning those in the season.
Yeah, you can't. You have to check and see. And you can call if you Google it, you can probably find online who to contact and find out. They'll give you the schedule of when you can clean and when you can't clean and get rid of the nest and everything. but those little suckers will come right back.
Yeah, they will.
Swallows, if I remember right, they do 3 sets of babies every year. And, you know, as soon as the babies hatch, within like a week or two, they push them out the nest, and they're back in there laying more eggs and doing it again. So I think it's like 3 sets of babies. All for free exterior window cleaning with awning care. Good suggestion, Jerry. Jerry's Slavin Group. He's the one that did the audio system in the trailer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Me and him been talking this morning. Been going over that trailer. Got that baby dialed in now. So, all right. So, all of you guys that are just now getting busy again, what did we just talk about? Don't leave money on the table. When you're out there cleaning the customers' homes, with all the rain that we've been having, and we just had a crazy windstorm here, so the gutters are probably full of leaves. So check the gutters, do all your due diligent homework while you're there, and let them know, hey, take pictures and show it to them. So your gutters are full of leaves, you got birds under your panels, you know, you got algae on your roof, you got black stains down the side of your house. Show pictures of all this and say, look, if you need it done, we're here to do it for you, or when you get ready, give us a call. We'd be more than glad to come back out and do it. Don't leave money on the table. So that's all I'm going to talk about that. Forrest Gump. That's all I'm going to talk about that. Oh, my God. So what else has been going on with B&B property maintenance?
Well, I think I was telling you, I think a week ago, California had that fun thing with the fast food, to where a lot of our fast food clients got pretty scared, and they cut back on a whole lot of their spending in terms of monthly maintenance, quarterly maintenance, anything like that.
Did you not see it on the news this morning?
What happened?
So I think they said Pizza Hut was the biggest one that fired the most people. So what it is they're talking about the $20 minimum hour raise.
Yeah.
And so they're cutting back on workers right now. So if you're in the food industry, be warned. You better hope you got a good, tight position, because they are letting go. And it's not just Pizza Hut, but they were just saying on KTLA News this morning that the pizza chains are the ones that are cutting back. So Pizza Hut was the number one that laid off the most people.
The two things that I've seen from I guess the regular quote unquote fast food sector, Wendy's did one to where they got a lot of flack for it. They did surge pricing. Did you hear about that?
And they got See, I watch KTLA News.
So they
backtrack.
Yeah, they got really rocked with that. So
we only do it at peak hours or whatever.
Well, even at peak hours, in theory, right, there is no cap on how expensive it is. So if it's crazy surge and the sandwich is only $4, well, that sandwich can go up to $15, $20. There's no cap on how expensive the sandwich could be. But the other one that I actually saw is there was a Carl's Jr. Franchise location, and I've never seen it before.
My wife is on here.
Oh, no problem.
Oh, I forgot it. I got to take the dogs in. They're supposed to go groom. Hey, you're live on the podcast right now.
Oh, well, they're ready for the dogs, and I'm not home.
Well, it's not until 2 o'clock.
Okay, just checking, because they said that you can bring them now.
Okay, all right. Well, we're live, so you're on the podcast.
Oh, okay. Hi, everyone.
No worries. All right.
Somebody has an appointment for the dogs. Okay.
I know. Our babies have got to get groomed.
Oh, my God. They're ready for them now, though, but I'm not at home. All
All
right.
right.
Love you. Bye.
All right, love you, bye. All right, funny. You never know what you're going to get on a podcast. The wife might call you and tell you, hey, you got honey-do list. Get your ass off the podcast and go do your honey-do list. But, yeah, so there's a lot of things going on right now with the minimum wage and everything in California. You know, the topics that we've been talking about is retirement. I've got friends of mine that have retired, and so they can't even live on their Social Security and what they're making right now because of the cost of living in California. They can't afford their property taxes. Mm-hmm. They can't, even though if they did pay their home off before they retired. Property taxes, insurance. I got a 2014 car. I just got a letter from the DMV on my license, $1,142 for a 2014 car. What the hell is up with that shit? I am so over California and their taxes, and you know what? when you go to vote, please understand what you're voting on and read it. And if you don't understand it, ask questions. I mean, people will help you when you do your voting. Just don't say, think it's an ASVAB test in high school, see on every answer. No, that's not what it's about. Read what you're voting on because they will trick you. Remember the 15% fuel tax? No meant yes and yes meant no a few years ago? Well, now we're spending all this money and our fuel went up and we're paying this 15% for fuel tax for our highways that are falling apart. Where's that money going? But understand what you're doing when you vote. Make sure you know what you're reading and you understand it. If you don't understand it, take a minute, find out what it means, ask questions. So that's the only way that we're going to be able to do this and fix everything. So.
You know what, Mark? Actually, I got to pop out because I have to go pick up the kiddo.
Yep. Well, I got people hollering at me right now. But we want to do
Beautiful.
a quick live podcast. Go over, don't leave money on the table. Go over voting and go over whatever the hell you want to talk about. But, all right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And like I said, if I ain't got nothing good to say, I ain't saying shit at all. But today we have some good stuff to talk about, and we'll see when we tune in next. Everybody have a great day. Peace. I got to go grab the dogs real quick.